Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, 14th of February 2018. So yesterday in the pound, the market treading water whilst it was waiting for the CPI figures. As soon as these came out, the market moved up to the upside. And the reason for this is that according to Sky News, inflation unchanged at 3%, adding to interest rate hike pressure. Apparently fuel's dropped, but and the good news is the price to visit attractions apparently has fallen, if it is to be believed, of course. So this sent the pound up, and as I keep saying, one news item isn't going to change the trend of the market, so then the market gives it all back and then proceeds to move sideways before we don't look at the market really much more, and then it trades into a sideways range where the market's been most of the time. It's broken out slightly here as the Asian session has kicked in, and daily chart again finding support at this level and moving higher. It's got to break above the 20-bar average in order to run into any sort of problem here if it is to move higher, but at the moment it's having a pullback as the US dollar index also moves higher. We'll just have a quick look at that. We'll drag that in. And there you can see we've had a bit of a rally in the dollar. This now starting to move lower. Certainly going to be interesting to see how the market holds here. Let's just get a quick look at a fib retracement in the smaller time frame, and we're looking at this area here. I hate this software for when you put these sorts of drawings on the chart, you can't really get to, but what we're looking at is here at the 76%. I don't think if I actually make this smaller it helps. It still keeps those lines over on the right, but it's a 76% area we're actually looking at there if this market's going to find any sort of support there. Meanwhile, in the Dow, with the default settings, market sideways. Big range though, 50 to 60 point bars, very choppy. I mean, you can see it's up, it's down, it's up, and it's just all the way through here, and then it calms down a bit during the quieter part of the session, and then off we go. In the evening session, or just before the start of the evening session, you see the market moving higher again there, and this has brought the market off the lows. In the daily chart, we've got to break above this 76% retracement here if the market is to move higher. We're going to meet resistance here, and where the selling took place in all of these other areas as well, and then there'll be 62 and 76% on the upside as well. I'm just going to draw that in because longer term this is going to be absolutely crucial with this market. These two levels, if the market does move higher, and I think it's going to struggle to certainly go back to the all-time high, but this area here is going to be crucial as far as I'm concerned. It's going to be interesting to see what happens should the market continue to move higher. Certainly some volume around at this level for yesterday as well, which is a lot of volume compared to the previous day as well. So they've certainly been buying back the market during yesterday's session. Let's see if the market can get above this resistance today, and if not, it will add further weakness to what we're actually seeing going on. A lot of news out from the US at 1:30. It's all out at 1:30, and then crude oil inventories out at 3:30 p.m. usual time for this weekly release. And then on the implied volatility, this also down yesterday to 1812 from 1838. This is pulling back nicely as this market starts to show some sort of green again in the price bars there. And finally, in the Bitcoin market arena, you can see that we still got that huge buying in place, and the market trading sideways, also starting to make rising lows. A bit choppy in doing this, certainly the last 2 days. Whether the market continues this today, I don't know, but we've got this, also have this sort of triangular shape. I'll just draw this through here, and then you've got your resistance there as well, and the market tends to break to the upside with these ascending triangle formations. Alternatively, what it will do is this: it will trade in a range up and down until it's ready to break out to the upside. I don't see, personally, I don't see it going much lower at the moment because of this huge volume that came in here. We'd have to see an increase in the selling again, like we see in all of these other bars, in order to move it lower, but that's a huge amount of buying, and I've covered this before, where we saw the buying over here as well before we started to see prices do exactly the same. You can see that same pattern, moving higher, pulling back, and then eventually breaking out, and that's what you're seeing here as well. Right, that will do it for today. If there's anything, I will let you know, but other than that, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.